That's why, brothers, wallahi, you need to study Tawheed. You need to study La ilaha illallah. But no one wants to learn these things. But it makes me happy when I see you guys here. Wallahi, if we made the talk today on jinn, you would have seen it flooded. Conference on jinn. We're going to have the different types of jinn. The baby jinn, the big jinn, the mummy jinn, the daddy jinn. People want to ask all sorts of questions. Does the jinn get married? Do the jinn married? Can I marry a jinn? It's a question people answer. Ask. You know? Some scholars did believe that you could marry the jinn, by the way. Allah says, وَشَارِكُمْ فِي الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَوْلَادِ. In Surah Al-Isra, the shaitan, he has a share with you in your wealth and your children. So some, I'm not saying it's true, but some, I think Ibn Kathir mentioned, this is the ayah indicates that you can actually have children with the jinn. Allahu A'lam. But those kind of things, people like that. People don't like to know about La ilaha illallah and Tawheed. I'm starting to see your faces are becoming more familiar to me. When you guys come and you learn about Tawheed and the names of Allah, there's nothing greater than this. And I ask Allah to enter each and every single one of you into Al-Jannah and forgive you for all of your sins. I mean, because this is what you're doing, learning Tawheed, brothers. Brothers, there is nothing greater than this. Nothing. Look at this other hadith the Prophet mentioned. Hadith where the Prophet said that Musa was speaking to Allah. He said, Ya Rabbi, allimni shay'an adhkuruka wa ad'uka bi. He said, my Lord, Musa said, my Lord, teach me something that I can remember you by and that I can make dua to you with. Allah said, Qul ya Musa, say, Musa, what should I say? He said, say, La ilaha illallah. Say La ilaha illallah. Which means there is no one worthy to be worshipped in truth except for Allah. Look what Musa said. He said, Ya Rabbi. He said, my Lord, كل عبادك يقولون هذا. He said, Allah, everyone says La ilaha illallah. He wants something special, something unique, something different. Allah said, Ya Musa, لو أن السماوات السبع وعامرهن غيري والأرضين السبع في كفة ولا إله إلا الله في كفة مالت بهن لا إله إلا الله. Allah said, Musa, you're telling me everyone says it. Like, do you know, Musa, what La ilaha illallah is? Allah said, if you took La ilaha illallah and you placed it in one end of the scale and you took the heavens and the earth, the 7 heavens and the 7 earths, and you put it in the other end of the scale, La ilaha illallah will throw it over. It will overweigh it. The famous hadith of the man who had 99 scrolls of sins. His sins were rolled out with these massive scrolls. Look how big it was, my brothers. But I imagine this man had so much evil. How many people he might have murdered, how many women he might have raped, how much he might have stolen, how much he must have become intoxicated. He had so many sins. He's thinking, I'm going to go to the hellfire. But he only had one good deed. It was on a card. It was on one piece of paper, one card. One card. And it was told to be scaled. He was asked to be scaled. And he said, Ya Allah, what is this going to do for me? This one little card. And I've done so much evil in my life. He's basically saying, just take me out of my misery. Don't even wait. Just whatever. I know I've lost. I know I failed today. And Allah said, no one is going to be oppressed today. Everyone is going to be treated fairly. If you've done one good deed, we're going to weigh it. The card, it said La ilaha illallah in it. And when it was placed on the other end of the scale, it completely outweighed the 99 scrolls of evil deeds. Brothers, that's, like I told you, أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمُ الْأَمْنُ وَهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ. These are the ones there is for them safety in this life and the next. And they are guided. They are the people of Al-Jannah, the ones who are upon La ilaha illallah. But you see, the issue is that some people say it and they think that's enough. It's not enough to just say it. You need to know it, you need to study it. This man who had that La ilaha illallah on the card, at least he knew what it was. Who saw that video today of that sheikh who was giving the talk at the wedding? Put your hand if you've seen that video today, it's going viral today. He was at the talk giving a lecture, suddenly he says La ilaha illallah and he dies.
كان معانا الباص 50 واحد وكل واحد زوجته بجنبه فقل لهم لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله. امسك يا أخي، امسك. لا إله إلا الله.
Did you see them? Brothers, I've seen so many people die. I've gone to visit so many people on a deathbed. Only once in my life did a person say La ilaha illallah before he died. Every other time I've not seen it, because it's so rare. The Prophet said, "Man kana akhiru kalamihi la ilaha illallah dakhala al-jannah." The person, his last statement, if it is La ilaha illallah, he will go into Jannah. Or kama qala. But this is a virtue and a privilege that is not going to be given to anyone. So that's why people are not able to say it when they die. Like in Wallahi, when I saw that video of this man, it brought so much emotion to my heart. I said to myself, Wallahi, this is a sign. This man, he must have lived on La ilaha illallah. He must have lived on it. He must have lived in accordance to it, studying it, implementing it, worshipping Allah by it. There's a story that they mention. There was a sheikh, he used to have a parrot, and the sheikh would always teach La ilaha illallah, and he would teach Tawheed. So the parrot, it picks up on words that you say. So the parrot learned La ilaha illallah. So the students would walk past the parrot and would say La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. It learnt it because the sheikh was always saying it, and he was always teaching it to his students. Like one day the parrot died, and the sheikh started crying, so much crying uncontrollably. And we all know that when someone dies, you're not allowed to go over the top in your sadness. It causes pain for the person who's passed away. It's from Jahiliyyah. We're not allowed to go overboard. So his students are thinking, Sheikh, like, why? Relax. I mean, I understand you're sad. But number one, it's just a parrot. Number two, this is almost haram, the way you're acting, Sheikh. And the Sheikh said, I'm not crying because the parrot died. I'm crying because I don't want to be like the parrot when I die. What do you mean? He said the parrot used to say La ilaha illallah all the time, but he didn't know what it meant. And La ilaha illallah didn't benefit him. And I don't want to be a person who just says La ilaha illallah when I die, and it doesn't benefit me the way it didn't benefit the parrot. I want it to be that when I die and I was saying La ilaha illallah, it has some weight. So that's why I'm crying. Because I don't want to be like the parrot when I die. Well, that's very profound. A lot of us are just like parrots. Parrots, wallahi. We say it and we don't know what it means. Brothers, this is a statement, La ilaha illallah, with it. Wallahi, mountains can move. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. But you say it with Iman. And then you raise your hands and you're implementing it, you know it, you live on it. And when you raise your hands and you make a dua, or when you read the Quran, understanding La ilaha illallah, Allah said, what? The mountains could move. If there was something that could bring the dead back from the life, it would be the Quran. Like, and the reason why the Quran doesn't affect us when we read it, because we don't read it with La ilaha illallah. Like, we read the Quran with La ilaha illallah, a person's got jinn inside of him, the jinn will leave, run straight away, scared. Some of us, we do ruqya all day, every day, and person still possessed 10 years later. Some of us, we get sick. I know a brother, he gave his life to studying La ilaha illallah. He's got cancer. Doctors told him, you're going to die if you don't get treatment. He said, I'm not going to get this treatment. I'm going to seek treatment from Allah. Every day he reads Surah Al-Fatiha on himself, which is the cure, the shifa. As the Prophet ﷺ, he acknowledged in the hadith of Abi Sa'id al-Khudri radiallahu anhu. He reads on, I asked the brother, I said, brother, what do you do? He said, I just read Fatiha myself 7 times before I go to sleep. That's it. And wallahi, if he was to race this brother, I swear by Allah, you won't beat him. You want to jump, you can't jump higher than him. You want to fight, he will give you a run for your money. You don't realize this brother's got cancer. But when he reads that Fatiha and when I read that Fatiha, what's the difference? He reads it with an understanding and a knowledge of La ilaha illallah that is correct. And we do it with one that is deficient.
Yo,
what's going on, bro?
yeah, I got the thing.
What? How much is in there?
20 mil.
You being serious?
Yeah, hold that. It's yours now.
You guys are probably wondering how this dusty looking camera is worth 20 mil. Let me break it down for you. About 6 years ago, some brothers and sisters gave us about £600 in order for us to purchase this camera to make da'wah videos. 6 years later, alhamdulillah, we made well over 1,000 videos and we reached over 20 million plus views on YouTube alone without taking into account all the other social media platforms that we're on. So those people at the time when they gave that money, I don't think they had any idea that that £600 that they gave was gonna go towards a camera that would reach 20 million people who watch videos and they changed their lives after having watched them, who watched these videos and started praying, who watched these videos and accepted Islam. Can you imagine if they were sincere, the kind of reward that they're gonna get on the day of judgment, inshallah ta'ala? But now here's the issue. This camera is 6 years old. I mean, there's cracks in it, it's breaking, it's well past its sell by date. We're trying to take things up to the next level. In order to do that, we need a new camera. In fact, we need more than one. We need more equipment. We need to actually hire a bigger media team. But all of this stuff, it comes with expenses, it comes with costs. And over the next 6 years, inshallah ta'ala, we're looking to reach well over 20 million people. Now look, I'm gonna be direct with you. I'm about to ask you for some money to put towards the da'wah for the sake of Allah. But before I do that, I wanna tell you some figures, some statistics to show you the kind of reward that you might be looking at, inshallah, if you come with sincerity and the donation. Just take a look at the kind of numbers we have over the last 90 days. Over the last 90 days, we received over 1.4 million views on our YouTube channel alone. That's 466,000 views every 30 days. That's 15,555 views per day. That's right. You could be in your sleep, sleeping 6, 7, 8 hours a day, however much you sleep, and just earning a reward, inshallah ta'ala. Why? Because you gave a bit of money that went towards a very big project. Now, with that 15,000 odd views a day, if you average that out across 6 years, which is the lifespan of this camera, do you know how much reward that is, inshallah? That's 34,065,450 views. I don't know about you, but that kind of reward, I need that in my life. This is not the kind of opportunity that we should be passing up, especially if you've got sins. The Prophet ﷺ said that giving charity wipes away sins the way that water, it extinguishes fire. So look, say no more, inshallah ta'ala. I don't feel like I should have to convince you towards giving to a project like this anymore. If you want that kind of reward, you want the da'wah to spread, you want La ilaha illallah to spread across the internet, inshallah ta'ala, then you want to give at the link below to this project. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. Remember, 20 mil, yeah? And that's on YouTube alone.